Washington.
This is boy, Marty for here once again. Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is your boy Jamarty4 here once again. Now I know I have not been on this shit in quite some time, but truth be told, a bitch been sick as a dog, honey. I'm still sitting up here recovering. So honestly, if y'all have any recommendations on like a good decongestant, I really appreciate it. And then I was gonna do the what was it, the Love and Hip Hop Atlanta exposed, uncut, raw, bareback, whatever they want to call it. That shit was a bunch of nonsense, and I just didn't have enough fucks to give towards it to turn the camera on. So I apologize, but them videos, I just would have been like, I'm done with these hoes. I was so ready for the season to be over with, and then, I thought the saving grace was going to be the reunion, and it wasn't. it just was a big waste of time. Huge waste of time. But here we are for Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Now, Hollywood has been secretly, overshadowing Atlanta just because it's just been more interesting lately. Atlanta's just, I don't know what kind of bullshit they're trying to come up with to get these people some storyline or what have you. But it's just been nonsense on the Atlanta end. So Hollywood, now mind you, Hollywood has its own brand of bullshit now. Don't get me wrong. But I just find myself more interested and looking forward to this Hollywood season than the Atlanta season. So we'll see how they come out, because we gonna, if the shit be some bullshit, we're gonna clock the bullshit. So we start this thing off with Ray J and Princess doing, I guess, a photo shoot for their engagement party or whatnot, because they're going to be, together and married and all the other fun stuff, which is cool. But the interesting, or the gag part of this is, Miss, is that her name? Sonia? Is that her mama name? So Ray J mama was like, look, this is all cute and all, dilly-dally, whatever, but, I'm gonna need y'all to get these paperwork so you can sign this prenup, because I may be your mama and I love you and I want you to be happy, but I'm still gonna be your business associate, and I feel like that the business move is for you to get a prenup, so in case anything goes wrong, you get your money, she get hers, and you be in the clear. Now, Ray J and Princess had a discussion about this prenup, and she could tell that this definitely came from his mama. And, well, for one, I feel like even if they didn't sign a prenup and they did get a divorce, what would Princess really gain? What estate necessarily does Ray J have? I could see what Brandy has, but Ray J? I mean, y'all both getting Love and Hip Hop Hollywood checks. I mean, does he still get residual from One Wish? And I hit it first, child, please. Even if he didn't sign the prenup, I mean, what really would Princess get? You know what I'm saying? But it's either here nor there. But then he tried to make it seem like, it wasn't a just in case, and that wasn't really what it was. No, a prenup is literally just that. A prenuptial agreement that what I have is mine and what you have is yours in the event that the marriage is over. That is the pure definition of a just in case type shit. And I understand that, Sonya had a point was, well, if you get it and the situation works out, then it doesn't matter if you have it. But it's just the fact that to ask for one can be viewed as distrust. It can be viewed as, you don't believe that our marriage is going to work, so you're going to give yourself a safety net if and when it doesn't work, So I can see how if you're the person being approached and somebody says they want a prenup, you can be like, for what? But at the same time, if you're the one trying to get the prenup and you just kind of like, I feel like if you want to get a prenup, I don't feel like you should get married. I just feel like you're not there. If you were already feeling it before the marriage even come, I feel like if you considering a prenup, then you probably don't need to be getting married right about now. This is gonna be my thing on that. So nextly, we get to, I guess, this whole situation that Fizz and Moniece got themselves into, child. So apparently he had to move out of his place due to some sort of a gas leak or whatnot. And now he's living with Moniece, and she's giving all these ground rules about who can kind of come in at the house, which, is understandable because that's her shit, so she can say what goes on in her shit. But first of all, Fizz, I'm positive that Moniece couldn't have been your just go-to option, the last resorts. And I mean, I guess he was saying that, it's easier to do the whole parenting thing if you live in the same house. But it can also be done if you live in the same city. It's like it's not necessary for you to be in the house. Okay, he's been raised this whole time while y'all have been separate just fine. So just to be in the house is a little odd, just a little bit. And then I noticed in the confessional, I was like, is it just me? Is my TV crooked? But why is his hair in the confessional and even in the show cut off to the slant like Gumby? Like, why is he giving me asymmetrical bob tees? He gonna always be Vegas. He's still fine, but I was gonna let that go. So we move on to this. They call it a mama mimosa party with Nia and Shonda trying to get mamas together to talk and stuff, and they want to invite Brandy and Moniece, who, if y'all remember at last year's reunion, which was still crazy because that didn't make no sense to me, was when they were asking Moniece about her parenting. Brandy chimed in out of no fucking where and decided to put in her 2 cents about what she feels being a good mother is. And I'm like, you weren't even a part of that whole conversation. How are you just going to insert yourself? So now they have beef because she done try to basically say how Moniece was a bad mama and she went off. But then again, that was so long ago. Y'all still harping on this shit after all of that? I mean, whatever for ratings and storyline, but I feel like they should have dropped that a long time ago and just been like, you know what, I don't fuck with that bitch. And this is where I'm gonna leave that. But y'all, for to do all this, I guess you gotta do it for the cameras, child. Because I don't see where I wouldn't even give a fuck after all that. But I guess she said what they reignited it. They didn't really give us a good timeline of when this happened. Ooh, excuse me. They didn't give a good timeline of when this happened. So I guess Brandy was saying some Instagram comment that Moniece left, and as she was reading it, I don't know if it's just me or did I miss something, but I missed where she really said anything negative about her child. She said, if I love my child just like you love your child, and if you care about, your child like you say you do, you wouldn't do such and such. That's what it sounded like to me. So I'm like, where in that is she threatening or saying anything negative about her child? I was kind of confused by that. And what was funny was, I think I recorded a clip, and I should put it in here, was that when Brandy walked in, because this was Moniece's event with, Nia and and Shonda, when Brandy walked in, Moniece gave her the motherfucking side eye and the stare of death.
Hey, Moniece, how are you? I'm good. How are you guys? So come with me.
That bitch was not having it. She was ready. I just thought that shit was funny. So, Miss Nikki Baby and Fizz, they started a little thing or what have you before, last season ended. And it... it's cute or whatever. But we learn that Nikki is basically just like, I'm single, I'm doing what I want to do. I'm just casually, doing the thing right now. Now that is the type of person or the type of response that I would want to get if somebody was actually doing that. Because a lot of people will be out here doing what they want to do, sprinkling their wild oats and exploring. But yet at the same time, want to tell you, oh no, baby, it's just me and you against the world. I'm only talking to you, this, that, and the four. And then they have people getting their heart broke and all this other shit. But I'm glad that Nikki was able to be like, well, I'm just letting you know. I'm dating other people. And, I'm just exploring doing what I do. But Fizz is, I guess, want to be serious because he's feeling all types of ways that he didn't feel like she missed him and all this other stuff. I'm like, I guess. It still just seemed a little off to me about them being together, but I'm gonna be like, well, we gonna see how this thing's supposed to go. So Tiara, trying to be a good friend, decides that she wants to be the peacemaker between Nikki and Moniece. And of course, if y'all remember last season, Moniece was with that Ricky, I forgot his name. But Nikki told her boyfriend, whose name I forget, that Moniece was saying that she was still had feelings for Fizz and that she was still in love with Fizz. And so then he went back and broke up with her. So that's why Moniece is upset with Nikki, because Nikki, told her boyfriend about what she was doing. But the thing is, bitch, you did it. Like, if Fizz said, yes, I want to be with you, you would have dropped him anyway. So I think I said that last time. It's like, bitch, you didn't want to be in a relationship anymore, clearly. He took that as an opportunity to get out the relationship, and it seemed like y'all should both be happy because, I guess Nikki helped it along, but she only said what you said. She only passed along what you said. Shit, I didn't understand that, but that's their whole issue with each other. And Tiara wants to try to come and mediate and fix the situation, and it's Moniece dropped a couple of bombs, because not only did she already tell her that Fizz is living with her, which Fizz regretted to tell her at the time when they were last meeting at their little date. She also says that she feels like she doesn't want to be with him, but she just wants more of his sperm so she can have another baby with him. Now, a very small part of me, I guess understands that she wants to not have to include another man into the situation. She can just use the same one that she's had before. Just, I guess, if she wants another baby and she wants their children to look alike. I guess. But just to say that out loud sounds crazy. So I just want his sperm so I can have another kid with him. I don't really want to be with him. It just makes you look a little crazy. And Nikki was like, look. I'm about to be sitting here with it. This bitch is up here talking crazy. I'm not really trying to be too much mad with her right now, but I am going to be mad with Fizz because he wasn't, man enough to tell me that he's moving back in with his baby mama. I ain't really too much trying to do all that. So when she confronts him, she brings like a housewarming gift. I was like, that was so shady. He's like, what's this for? He's like, for you and Moniece. Now, I've always had like a semi-love-hate relationship with Nikki, baby. She's funny. She is one of my favorite characters on the show. Because she's just she's classically messy. And I know she's, botched to hell, but, still. Some people be botched to hell and look a fucking fool. And this is one of the cases where I feel like, somebody who's being botched looks decent. Or has the look that I think a lot of people want after, they do what they do. But he's making it seem like, oh, well, since you didn't really want to be exclusive with me, or you didn't want to try to get to know me, or take it to this level, and I didn't feel like it was necessary for me to tell you that I live with Moniece, and which okay, I'm trying to see from both sides here. On Nikki's side, I can understand how it's like, okay, you want me to trust you, and you want me to be in this relationship with you, but you weren't comfortable enough to tell me, your situation about a gas leak and how you had to move in with your baby mama. It seems to me that if you wanted, to be with me, if you wanted me to trust you, then you would have given me this information, But at the same time, if you're, Fears, and if I'm trying to date somebody and I'm getting the feeling that they're not really too much into it and they're not trying to put in the same thing that I'm putting in, more often than not, I'm not about to be sitting you telling me all my deepest, darkest secrets and my woes and troubles, okay, and everything that I'm doing if I don't really see you or you're not really showing effort to be a part of my life in that way. So I think I do kind of understand it more so from Fiz's point of view, just because I feel like I've been in that position before. So apparently, I guess this is where they break up and they decide not to work out, which I never really saw it working out in the first place. When I first saw it happening, I thought it was kind of odd and off-putting, but it is what it is. But lastly, this is some new random bitch. I think they do this in every season of Love and Hip Hop, no matter what the city, where somebody comes in who's random, who's been fucking somebody's man. Some girl named Kaisha or Keisha, whatever, visits Shonda while she's in the studio trying to record some new music and talk about how her husband, every time he comes to Chicago, they be fucking. And here she come with pictures, the receipts, the whole ordeal, and all this other stuff. And it's just like, here we go again with the side bitch storyline. But child, thank y'all so much for watching and being patient with me, because it's been a long week. So much is going on, y'all, that y'all don't know about. Unless those who are close to me who know about what's going on, but just know that I'm trying to make it through. Okay? Doing the best that I can. Trying to get over this sickness, but I'm trying to get back to the swing of this, y'all. And I'm tired. Because, I love y'all and y'all support me, so I'm trying to give y'all what you want. But thanks again so much for watching. Make sure you guys share this video on all social media platforms. Tweet me, I'll reply to you and follow you back. Let's have a discussion up here in the comments about what y'all think about this show. Do y'all like this show better than Atlanta? Because I think I like this show better than Atlanta. With all the fuckery included, I think I'm more interested in what they got going on. But lastly, well, not lastly, I'm about to be out here, y'all. Thanks again. Bye-bye.
Like, share, subscribe.
Washington, Washington.